In this video, we're going to do a Burberry scarf thrift flip. For this project, you're going to need scissors, thread, measuring tape, pins, a fabric that's going to be used for the tie. I went with something sturdy with no stretch, but that's up to you, and then a scarf. I made sure to find a scarf with quite a bit of fabric to it. We're going to need two measurements for this garment. One is a waist measurement that's going to cross over however much you'd like your skirt to cross over, and then your length. Laying your scarf out flat, we're going to start by creating the pleats. We're going to do this with our pins and our measuring tape. As you can see with the measurements below, I kept the first 10 centimeters flat, I measured each pleat 4 centimeters deep, and I measured pleat to pleat 8 centimeters. I continued folding and pinning until I had created the length of my waist measurement, including the overlap that I had measured earlier. Then, using your length measurement, you're going to cut the length of your skirt. We're making sure to use the already hemmed edge of our scarf for the hem of our skirt so that we don't have to do any extra sewing. Now that we have our skirt cut out, we're ready to cut whatever we're going to use as our tie. It's going to be the width of your skirt plus however much extra you need to wrap around your waist and tie a bow. I added 120 centimeters. If your fabric's not long enough, you can cut it out in more than one piece. Now with a regular straight stitch, we're going to sew down all those pleats that we just pinned. We're now going to hem the two edges of our skirt by just folding it over twice, ironing it, and sewing it with a straight stitch. And you're going to do the exact same for the other edge. We're now going to pin down our pleats. I pinned mine down 5 centimeters in preparation for a top stitch. I ironed them flat and then sewed. It helps to also sew with the measuring tape so you make sure that all of your pleats are the same length. With your pleats sewed down and your two edges of your skirt hemmed, you're now ready to attach the tie. My tie piece wasn't long enough, so I had to attach a few together to make it the right length. So placing right sides together, I sewed my pieces with a straight stitch. With your tie piece done, you're ready to place it right sides facing onto your skirt. Then with a straight stitch, you're going to sew it, making sure that both ends have enough tie hanging over to wrap around you and tie a bow. You're also going to make sure that all your pleats are lying flat, and then you're just going to sew along again, right sides together. When you're all done, you can trim away all your excess thread and then iron out what you just sewed. You're then going to fold the strip over 1 centimeter and iron. Then you're going to fold it in half and iron it again. Then with your pins, you're going to poke it through the seam that you just sewed, making sure to catch the fabric in the back. And you're going to do this all along the tie. Then when you get to your ends, you're going to do the exact same, but also folding up the other side 1 centimeter and then folding again in half. For a cleaner finish, you can fold in the end 1 centimeter as well. You're then going to sew along with a straight stitch right where you placed your pins, making sure to catch all the layers of fabric. As you can see, I'm sewing right in between the two fabrics so that you don't see my stitch. And you're all done. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe.